In today's video, we are going to be drafting the pattern for this baby boot dress. You all asked for it, so here it is. Oh wait, is it recording? Oh, I think it's recording. Hey Munchkins, it's Bernie and welcome to my little experiment. In today's video, we are going to be drafting the pattern for the baby boot dress I made last week. I just love the dress and I'm really grateful and excited to be making this video. And if you've not watched my previous vlog of me making this dress, please go to that real quick, because in that video I listed out the materials I used. You know, there were some tips and tricks I put into that video. So this video is mainly for the pattern drafting and maybe a little bit bonus at the end. Who knows? Disclaimer. I'm not a pro. I'm just a girl who loves sewing and learned how to sew from my aunties. So whatever you see in this video is just an interpretation of my understanding of how this dress came about. Don't expect too much, guys. So let's get into it. The first thing we are going to be doing for this pattern is we are going to be folding our pattern paper. So this is my pattern paper and I'm going to fold it into two. I'm going to take my base point, which is 1/2 inch at the top. From this my base point now, I'm going to put my tape at 5. So I'm going to be starting all my measurements from 5, because from that 5 I'm going to be taking all my points from. Take my bust point, my waist 15 and my hip 25. So I'm putting my length at 28. Bust, my waist, my hip line and my length. I'm going to be taking is my nipple to nipple measurement to mark my 4. Coming to my waist and go in by 1/2 inch on both sides. 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch here. I come to my hip point, come up by 2 inches here. This is where I'm going to be connecting my dart point to. This is what we have right now. Come to this up line here and come here by 1/2 inch. For that 1/2 inch, I'm going to mark my new line. This line becomes irrelevant. It's time to start taking my body measurement. I ended up not using my under bust. You do not need your under bust point. My bust is 34 divided by 4 will give you 8.5. My waist is 26 will give you 6.5. Then I replace this dart here, which is 1 inch. Put it here. Then my hip, put my hip measurement here. Then I also put my hip measurement on the length. Connect those lengths. See my body measurement. I'm going to come in here by 6, which will serve as my neck. I'm going to put my bust measurement on this point, which is 8.5. On this 8.5 point, I come down by 1 inch. And I connect those lines together. Connect that 1 inch together here. Connect this my bust. In case you don't understand what I did, let me recap. On this my base point line, I mark my 8.5, which is my bust measurement. On this my base point, I mark 6 for my neck. This 8.5 line, I come down by 1 inch. Then I connect that 6 that I marked to my 1 inch that I came down by. To cut this out now. If I'm done with that, then open this two up. I'm going to extend all my lines except my under bust, because like I said, I don't need it. Okay. From this point here, you know that okay, we took 4. I'm also going to come to that point there and take 4 again here. 4. So bring down that 4 here. For this to come down from this waist area, come to this waist area and come down by 5 inches. So that 5 inches, I'm going to connect that 5 inches to this 4 that we have here. I'm now going to take a slant to this 25, which is your hip. You connect it like this. Okay, so in case you don't understand what I said, it's time to do the slant for the under. You come to your waist area, you come down by 5. Once you come down by 5, you connect that 5 to this your nipple to nipple point, which is 4. Take a slant from that to your hip point at this other side of your nipple to nipple point. So once you are done with that, take that slant from that place down to your length, which is your 28 inches. So you take it down there. That's how you're going to get your slant, but it's not going to be as straight as this. Use your own discretion and just connect those lines to be more natural. You get to be more natural, because like I said, it's not going to be. Then when you get to this ending corner here, you curve. So that straight line, then you just curve. But this just gives you that line, first of all, just gives you a view on how you are going to take your curve. We cut that out. Now we have our curve. We fold back, and now we are going to cut. So once we cut, this comes our 3 pieces for the front. Back and the front are basically like the same thing, because the zipper is going to be at the side and not at the back. So even if you want to, when you're adding your normal allowance for sewing, you can add enough for you to even use as your zipper allowance for this side. But the difference is going to be the length of the top area. So let's say, for example, this is the material now. What you are going to do is you are going to remove 1 inch, because we want your back to connect to this side. You are cutting your back on a fabric now. What you are going to do is you are going to remove 1 inch from your back, so that when you finish cutting it, it's just going to connect. So that 1 inch that we took from this place, we are going to remove it from everything at the back. This side together, when you are sewing it together, you're not going to see that it matches perfectly like this. So that's how it's going to be looking like. So that 1 inch that you cut out from this your armhole, you are going to remove that 1 inch from all your back. In my sewing vlog, I mentioned that when cutting this pattern on your fabric, you are going to add an extra 2 inches to the length area, because we are trying to create this illusion that it's a top and a skirt and not a gown. So we're going to be adding 2 inches to this length, but for the lining, we are not going to be adding anything. We're going to be using the exact length for your lining. I just decided to do like a rough sketch of using my pattern, so I can be able to explain how I did the illusion of the top and skirt but a gown kind of thing, so you guys will understand better. I advise you that when you are done cutting, get a good stay and iron it on your top part, so that it will give you structure. This is what you are going to be having when you end up using that pattern. The lining part is going to be shorter than the main fabric part, 2 inches difference. This lining part, we're just going to remove it here. Focus on this main fabric part. This main fabric that is longer than the lining, we are going to use this and cut another fabric. I'm using a different color of fabric so that people will see and understand what I'm trying to explain. Remember, this is on a fold. You measure 5 inches from here. Okay, so you place the shorter part on that 5 inches here, and make sure this side part is on the folded area, this place. Then you place it on it like this. Trace that out. Cut it out. Once you cut it out, this is what you'll be having. You're going to have this place here. You're going to take 3 inches, ½ inch to sew at the top and ½ inch at the down. About 3 inches from this curve. So you just join that 3 inch. You cut it out. So this is what we are left with. Join to this part of. So we'll just pin that in. After pinning everything into the machine to sew, to join it together, this is how it should be like. It's going to be like this. Then once you fold it in, that's how this place is going to be looking. like, make sure you iron it properly. So yeah, this is what we're going to have towards the lining. This is where we're going to add our gathers. I'm going to use the color of the rainbow for this project. To take the front part of our gathers and put it to the front part of our lining. This is the back, this is the front. Front to front. Sew all the way down. So this is how it's going to look like once you join the front to front. When you flip it, this is how the inside of your dress is going to be looking like. So this is how the inside is going to be looking like. You are going to add the gathers to this is your front. So we want it to be like this, right? We want the dress to have this illusion of top. Open up this part like this with this front part, then we have this gathers part. This your gathers, this your front. You put it together. Do you understand? Your gathers and the front of this your extra material that you cut, and the front of this your gathers, you put it together like this. Then you sew all the way down. Once you join both sides together here, turn everything to the side. Here is going to be your final look. It's going to have this illusion of the top and a skirt when you finally flip it over. So just iron properly, make sure you iron properly, and yeah, this is it. This is just it. This is how I did mine. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. We are now at 1,000 subscribers. For the comments, like, love, I am so grateful. Next week I'm going to be dropping another recreation series video. See you guys next week, Wednesday by 6 p.m. Remember guys, until we make it, we are gonna make it. Bye.